Hey YouTubers and gamers, and I'm back with another pickup video, and as always it's a bit of a mix, but it's a bit of a, I've got a bit of a dominance of reproductions today actually to show you really, but I'll talk more about those in a minute. First of all, in respect to things that aren't exactly games, I've got a few accessories. For a Nintendo Switch, I mean I don't own one yet, I will get one eventually, but not right now. But I've got a Legend of Zelda licensed Nintendo Switch case. That was about $14.99 from Argos. And in respect to Amiibo, I got this for $16.99 from Amazon, the Guardian figure. I want to get the other three figures as well when I see them for a reasonable price in stores, but most places are sold out, and they're asking silly prices for, you know, online and stuff for them. So I'm just going to buy my time, but I managed to get this from Amazon for retail, so I was quite happy with that, because I think that's going to be one of the harder ones to get. I also got some hardware. As any of you who own a PS4 will be aware, there has been a recent update, 4.5 or whatever it's called, which enables us to have external hardware support on the PS4 on long last. And I thought, oh great, brilliant stuff. So I went out and bought a Seagate 8TB USB hard drive hub one yesterday, and it doesn't work. Apparently the Seagate hard drive one has the USB ports on the front. They aren't compatible with the update on the PS4. So if you're thinking of getting an external hard drive, make sure it hasn't got any additional USB ports on the hard drive itself, because it may not work. So I took that back, and for the same money, I got two hard drives. I got a 5TB one, so I went slightly smaller, but it has, you know, just for a more basic hard drive. So I got a 5TB Seagate hard drive for the PS4, and that works such a charm. And also for the Xbox One, I got a 4TB hard drive. So in the background, I'm already in the process of transferring the content from the internal memory to the external memories now. So gives me a bit more space on both devices really, so that's quite neat. But like I said, if you are updating, you know, planning to buy a one for the PS4 at least, don't get the Seagate hard drives that have the USB ports on the front, those hub ones, because they don't work. Okay, turning to other games, on a PS Vita, got one little game here, Ninjago, Lego Ninjago Shadow of Ronin. Got that for $14.99 from Argos. And also got one collector's edition from Japan. This is on the PS4, and it's one of the best shoot 'em ups ever, I would say. And it is the 20th anniversary edition of Battle Gregor on the PS4. This is a Japanese box set. It has about four versions of the Battle Gregor game. It has the original arcade, the Saturn, and a sort of all mixed version, and also a revised version 2006 Premium Edition as well. Unfortunately, it's on a plastic card, so it's like a digital download. And because it's Japanese, you have to sign up and have a Japanese PSN account. But as you know, once you follow, I mean, there's lots of guides on YouTube on how to go about doing that, and it's a little bit tricky. But once you've done it, it works fine. And if you set it up for shared access on your PS4, you can still go into your normal PS4 user account and still play a game anyway, if it's on the same device, as long as it's all shared. So it works fine. Like I said, unfortunately it's on the card, but what's good is it's the general content of this set. It's beautiful. You get a, I'll show you. You get a CD soundtrack. You get a nice pin. And inside you get a set of postcards, That's the plastic card that has the code on. It's all been used anyway. And a really nice book on Battle Gregor that goes into the making of the game and the interviews and so forth. Lots of artwork, pictures. Unfortunately, it's all in Japanese, but like I said, there's still pictures at least. You've got some laminated type folders you have as well, which has lots of different images from Battle Gregor. Also, for fans of the actual arcade, you've got these two, this laminated sheet which splits in half, and normally on the original arcade I think that will go either side of a screen, which gives the basic instructions for the game. Also, you know, you've got other additional information on the game, which I for the arcade game, and this, which is like the instructions for setup of the arcade, the motherboard for the arcade. So if you did have it, these are probably what came with the board when you were putting it onto your arcade, really. So, and there's another leaf there. But the artwork inside the box is really cool as well. It's a really nice set, and it's starting to go up a lot of money. I was lucky enough to get it for £48, including shipping from Japan. And even though it's, like I said, it's only a digital version of the game, it's a bloody good game, and it's, you know, you need to have it, especially on the PS4, and that's the only way of being able to play it on the PS4. So yeah, I probably will get a reproduction of the Saturn version of the game at some point, but just to have a physical copy, even though it's not bootleg. But yeah, it's a really nice set, and I definitely recommend it for any fans, shooting fans, to get one of these sets if you can get it cheap. But some people on eBay are already asking up to £90 for these already. But it is a nice Japanese set. It's really beautiful. And it's a brilliant game, Battle Gregor. If you've not played it, go out and play it now. I've invested a few hours in it, and the more time you play on it, more credits you get. And ironically, the easier it gets, because you've got more credits to complete the game with. So, but it's just a bloody good shooter. I highly recommend that one. Okay, next. All the other games I've got now are all reproductions, and the reason why I got reproductions is that compared to originals, it's a lot cheaper, of course, and in some cases you can't even get them original. So from AliExpress, this includes the manual. I got Thunder Force 3, and this was only £12. So it's on the Mega Drive. It's got a nice little manual, all in English, and a really decent box, and you know, that was only £12, including shipping from Asia. So I have that. These next two games was just a cart only, but I've printed off some sleeves from the cover project. So I've got a Game Boy Advance copy of Mother 1 and 2, which is like Earthbound and the prequel, followed by the sequel, Mother 3 as well. So I've got those on the Game Boy Advance. So it's really nice to have those, and they weren't a lot of money each. They was about £8 each, those two carts. So yeah, it's nice to have the Game Boy Advance versions of those, and they're all localised to English. They're all in English, which is great, because if you buy the originals, they're stuck in Japanese. So that's where you have to go repro, really, unless you know you play them on your Retron 5 and use some sort of translation patches. But no, if you want to play on the Game Boy Advance in English, that's the only way to do it. Okay, alright, these next two bundles of games. First of all, I've showed a few of these before, but I've got a bundle of Dreamcast games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Dreamcast games, and these would have cost probably over between £1,200 and £1,400, believe it or not, if I got the originals, because these are, you know, very highly sought after games. And even though I do have a very good Dreamcast collection of original games, some of these I wouldn't have been able to afford as originals because it's just so expensive. Cannon Spike, for example, that's, you know, that's over a £200 game already now. and a lot of these other ones you're looking at paying over £200 each. But yeah, so first of all, I've got a few indie games that came out afterwards. We've got the classic Border Down, and the reason why I've got these, I know they're reproductions, and I've got them from a chap I know of eBay who not only does really good sleeves and stuff, but they actually do decent printed copy CDs. Now I know you could probably go about and doing that yourself, but I haven't got the time or the printer hardware or the equipment to actually make these. And for these 13 games, these cost me about £200 in the end, these 13 games, which is still a lot cheaper than £1,200 to £1,400 if I buy originals. And you could say, well, you can do it yourself, or you know, perhaps for about 50 quid I could have done it for myself, you know, but I still would have needed to buy the, you know, the proper hardware and stuff to do it. So at the end of the day, I wasn't prepared to do that, because these are all the ones I want really, so I don't need any more. So I've got Border Down, and I say it's on a really nice printed disc. Zero Gunner 2 is another good game. Under Defeat, fantastic shooter, quite difficult though. Mars Attacks. Now this game we did not get in the UK, so you know you have to get a American import if you want the original, or go for a bootleg copy, which is what I've done. Sternwind, another indie game that's quite expensive. It's alright. It's not as quite. I think it's a little bit overrated, but it's alright. But it's got issues. Cannon Spike, like I said, that's a really expensive game now to get original copy. And it is a good game though. I would give you that, it is a good game, but you're still looking at over £200 really, so I'd rather pay these prices, you know, really, perfectly honest, because it enables me to buy the stuff. Project Justice, or you know, Rival Schools 2 as it's also known, another good beat 'em up. Giga Wings 2, I've already got Giga Wings 1 on the Dreamcast, and Giga Wings game on the PS2, but this Giga Wings 2 on the on the Dreamcast is a bloody good game, very good. Alright, Typing of the Dead. Now this did not come to Europe either, and so if you get the original from Japan, obviously it's in Japanese, so it's a bit more difficult, but this is actually in English, so that's good. You know, it does work with the Dreamcast keyboard, so yeah, quite pleased with that. It's quite a good shooter. Alright, this is another type of indie game that came about. It's based on Streets of Rage, but they use other characters from other IPs. I'm trying to remember what the IP was now. This King of Fighters. So they've got some King of Fighters characters this has. And on this there's about 5 other games as well, including a good Mega Man one as well. And a couple of Street Fighters and all sorts. So basically, it's, you know, it's very similar to Streets of Rage, but using different characters and backgrounds and so forth. So it's a Beats of Rage. Okay, this Fast Striker, another good shooter. Ghost Blade. And last but not least, Neo XYX. Okay, so quite a good bundle of shooters there on the Dreamcast. Okay, now this next bundle, again, they're reproductions, and anyone who knows, who's seen my videos knows I've got a very good SNES collection already. But there's a few SNES games I was half in mind whether or not to get or not, and I decided to get them reproductions, decent quality reproductions from a particular seller on oh god, oh, bloody hell, I can't remember the name now. It's on, it's the internet seller. It's not eBay, it's the other one, AliExpress. That's it, AliExpress. And that is, these 5 games cost me, yeah, these 5 games cost me £100. They're 5 SNES games. These would be well over £1,000 if you bought the originals. Okay, and what's good about these SNES games, is that not only do they come with English boxes and really good quality boxes, I might add, not really nice glossy finish, no printing errors, with inserts, but also decent reproduction manuals in English as well. And the carts, with SNES carts, you've got a choice of American shaped cart or European or Japanese carts, but you get some decent quality carts with decent labels, proper screws, and actually it's much better quality plastic than some of the other ones have been. So yeah, it is a really first class reproduction. And so, what games have I got? Well, I've got Axley, the shooter. This game did not come to Europe or America, I don't think. It's a Japanese exclusive. It is for Firemen by Human Entertainment. A really cool, it's like 16-bit, not shooter, but you just go around trying to put out fires and so forth. So I guess it's not really a platformer, but anyway. Another game, Pocky and Rocky, the first one. Again, all complete. This one, unfortunately, the packaging is not in English. It's in French. But they did manage to do an English manual though. And Pocky Rocky 2. Again, this packaging is in French, but the manual's in English. So these two games are super rare as well. Anyone that knows Pocky and Rocky, you're probably looking, I don't know, probably about, for those two, you'd probably be looking at about £500, I guess, if they're the original. And last but not least, Wild Guns 2, which is a super expensive game on its own. Again, it's complete with a decent quality manual and reproduction cart. So yeah, to get those bundle of games for £100 compared to paying well over £1,000 for originals, it's a bit of a no-brainer really. If there were cheaper games, I'll quite happily pay. Usually I'll pay up to about £100 for most SNES games, complete in box, unless it's the mediocre average game, which again, paying 20 quid for a reproduction, including shipping, it's a no-brainer really. Sometimes it's so cheap, and to get some of those super duper rare games, it does me, and it does a service to the other gaming community, because obviously it means that there's more original copies out there for people who are willing to pay for them. So, some people knock reproductions. I think reproductions are fantastic as long as you know what you're buying. i.e. you're getting a reproduction cart, and some are better quality than others, and but you can get some good deals out there. And for me, it's about playing the games as well as having a nice collection. And it's still nice to have physical copies on the shelf. And by me spending £100 instead of £1,000, it gives me more money to spend on other real games. There's so many games to get, as you know, and I've got a few other goodies to show you in future videos as well, to show you really. So in some cases I think there's a space for reproductions in people's game collections. I think there really is. There's no shame in having some reproductions, so yeah, you can still have a nice physical copy, which enables you to still play them on the original hardware, which is what we like to do really. But anyway, that's it guys. Take care now, until next time, bye!